Hey everyone, I am Ashley Cassins and I'm going to be showing you the basics of the programs that you're going to need for the Mock It Up course. All right, so first one I'm going to be using primarily is Canva, so it's canva.com. The second thing I'm going to be using is Photoshop. So I will be using this kind of sporadically. I don't use it unless I really have to. And then the third thing that I'm using is any kind of image sourcing site. You can even use Google as well if it's copyright free. I'm using shutterstock.com. I'm going to also share another one with you, which is pexels.com. And it is free stock photos you can use for lots of different things. Because I have very specific imagery that I need for clients, Shutterstock tends to be where I can find some of those really specific things, unless it's like an animal or a very specific native plant that I'm looking for. Those are primarily the three spaces that I will be using. You can also use, if you are looking for a free presentation space, you can use Google Slides. So from Google, so here I am at Google, and then I'm already signed in. That's my cute little picture. Then you would go to these dots here where I have the Google Apps, and then you would scroll down to Slides. And it's essentially like PowerPoint for Google, but it's completely free. So those are the main sources that I'm going to be using to show you how I do my mural mockups. All right, so let's talk basics of Canva. I am primarily working in the presentation space. So if you go to Canva Home, it's going to have these things up at the top. It might have a little thing here on the left. That's my dashboard that I'm using. I have a pre-made presentation that I will include in this course. It's essentially the same one. So you'll notice like the first page is the same. It has the name of the client, my info, it's like the inspo board, and then it has my name. So essentially they all look the same. So what I'll do is, because I already have one made and I don't need to keep making new ones, you can go up here and click those three dots and you can copy it. So you can make a copy. And then ta-da, now you have a copy of it and you can rename it whatever you want. So we can put some elementary because that is my fake client. So those are just the basics if you are new to Canva, you've never used it before. I am also using the pro account. So if you're looking for that, you can go into settings. It'll tell you, I'm sorry, plans and pricings, and you can see. So currently right now, Canva Pro is 120 for the year. Highly can't recommend it more because they're not paying me to say this, but it's just made mocking mural designs up so much easier. If you've never used it before and you just want to try it out, it's totally free to start. And then you'll find like it's pretty great, all the pro stuff. And then I think it's cheaper if you pay the year. This may change depending on when you're watching it, but I just wanted to give you kind of a heads up. I am not being paid by Canva to tell you that, right? So, okay, so let's say that you have never created a pitch deck before and you're wanting to create a new one in your own style. You can go up to Create Design and you can do presentation. You can even do like, it has like AI generative stuff in there. So let's say you wanted to put like art presentation and you can actually search for that and then we'll see what comes. So here it's giving you like samples, right? So you could have like different things that you can put in there. They have different layouts that you can try. So a title page with photo, all of these cute things. I'm going to change it up to portfolio clean because I want it to be, really minimal. This one's kind of nice. Let's try this one. And I just want to do the first one. If you have something like this, right, you would automatically update it. So you could put your email in there. You could put mural inspo or whatever the thing is you want to put, mural mockups in there. And then generally I would put the client that you're presenting to. So I really encourage you in this course to develop for a specific wall or a specific client that you already have in mind. So for example, I'm going to use awesome elementary school because we already used that one. And as you can see, it bleeds over into the next line. If you want to make something larger, you can by doing this. And if you wanted to, you could put a picture of yourself there if you have branding photos, or you could put a picture of the space. So let's say this is actually the exact photo of the elementary school wall that I did before it was painted. So you can do one of two things. You can drop it in there like that by just clicking on it. So see how I clicked it? You can click on again and hit delete on your keypad, or you can delete it here by using the trash can. Or you can hold it. So click, hold, and then drag it in. Let's see if it'll let me. And you can drag it in like that. And then if you double click here, you can actually make this bigger, smaller, right? So maybe you wanted to expand it, and then there you go. Click out of it, and then you've got your first slide. You can also change the background. So right now it's gray. Let's say you wanted to change it to, I don't know, maybe they had brand colors or something. These are not their brand colors, but let's say they are. Let's do a gradient. So that would be an example of a gradient. And then this is a different color. You could change that if you wanted to by clicking this little circle. And then let's change it to this brown color. I mean, this is terribly ugly, but this gives you an idea. Let's go back. Let's go back. If you make a mistake, you can do Command Z on my computer, or you can just do the back button. And there you go. You can also change the font, so you can highlight the whole thing. If you have a specific type of brand font, you can change it here. There's 1,000,005 text buttons that you can mess around with. I'm not going to go through all of those because I don't think it's really helpful for you in the mockup space. If you want to add a blank page, all you do is hit add page. And I'm going to, for purposes of this, do 3 because I usually do 3 designs. So on this one, I'm going to go to design, and I want something that has like bullet points and a picture. So let's do this one. And so on my second page is usually a wants page. So the things that the client is interested in, and then I'll do a bullet. So for instance, they're in Florida, my client. So they wanted oranges or citrus elements. They wanted it to be bright and happy. They wanted to include all of the subjects in the school. So language arts, math, tech. What am I missing? Let's see. They had Spanish, art, music, all the things, right? PE, etc. Sports. And then I'm going to delete this because I don't really need that. So I'm just hitting delete on my keypad, or you can hit delete here. And then in this space, I would put all of the inspo. So I would put maybe, I'm going to go to uploads again. I'm going to put the original wall. And that's the original wall. If you want, I like to maximize my space. So we're going to move all these things up. You just can select all of them and just move them on up. You can also use these to like toggle around and everything. And then these were some inspo images that I pulled and screenshotted from Pinterest. And if you wanted to, you can even go into elements, you can search for pictures, all of those things. Again, I'm just giving you the basics, right? Just how you would set up for yourself. And then I'm going to go to text. And then I'm going to use this little up and down arrow, and I'm going to make each one of my slides a different design. So I'll put Ashley Casson's A, and I'm going to widen it a little bit. And then I'm just going to click on it, and I'm going to do Command C and Command V. And then I'm going to add one more page. So I've got 1, 2, and then this is design A, design B, Command C, and then I'm going to make this C. So each one of these pages is going to be a design, a specific design for this location. Okay, so that's how you basically create a blank presentation. And then I will show you on the next videos how you start those exact mockups and then how I pulled together the mockups for this specific client.